Hi, friends. Monday Insights here. Starting a new week, and Danielle talked earlier in the 1 degree outside today video about the fact that the next 24 hours do have a chance of severe weather. It's been highlighted across central and southern New England in particular for having the greatest chance of severe thunderstorms. This is underneath what is a cold pool of air, and that cold pool of air comes with an upper level storm that is now centered right over just east of New England. So as we get lobes of energy that kind of move south and pinwheel around this thing, that touches off the showers, thunderstorms, downpours. And one of the concerns here, we talked about this last week, the fact that you have a cold pool of air aloft that really lines up. When you look at the temperatures, about 18,000 feet, with somewhere close to about 0 to 5 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit. So it's cold enough that you can get hail inside of these. Also, you tend to get some downdraft winds that can develop in these. What's interesting is, as we go through the rest of the week, once this cold pool relaxes after today, there really isn't a lot of that comes back, either at midweek or at the end of the week. But the interesting twist to that is while you don't really have much of the cold air aloft that comes back into play, you're still talking about an elevated severe weather risk on Wednesday afternoon. So something else must be driving that, right? And it is. It's more that's what's happening in the lower levels of the atmosphere and the surface of the atmosphere as we head out to midweek. As for the surface map today, you've got a weak area low pressure that's kind of a reflection of that upper level disturbance that's overhead for us here. As that kind of drifts away tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be a very good day for us. Wednesday is that next chance of showers and storms coming into play. There is a cold front with it. That cold front means business. Once that cold front comes through, the wind's going to come out of the northeast. It's going to be downright fall feeling on Thursday. That does set up a drier air that flows in, even though it's out of the northeast and off the ocean. It's not that it's going to have a lot of moisture with it because the air is dry by nature. As we get into the day on Friday, we still think we probably have high pressure and cool fall air in charge. Notice there's a warm front back to the west. That warm front is going to end up bringing us another chance of showers as we head into Saturday. So basically Monday, Wednesday, Saturday are the days that your shower chances line up. And if you put it all together, it's not an epic amount of rain that comes over the course of the week, but certainly it's measurable, and that's all right. It helps to keep us at least on pace with where we need to be with regard to rainfall. So there are going to be some big changes in air that come with regard to the dew point temperature. It's up over the next few days. Wednesday is the most humid day. Remember, not so much what's going on up high in the sky Wednesday, rather the amount of warmth and humidity we'll have at the surface with that cold front coming in that could drive some of the thunderstorms then. So a different setup from what you have today. But what that does is it opens the door to cooler, drier, more comfortable air for the end of the week. We may see it rebuild a little bit heading into the weekend in terms of the dew point, and then what a crash. We'll take a look at that in the 14-day here in just a second. I do want to tell you that if you're in a commercial fishing fleet, or even if you do nearshore, boating and fishing, once that cold front comes through on Wednesday and that northeast wind comes in, you can imagine that's going to churn the seas. Anytime you get a prolonged northeast fetch, you're going to get the waves to go up 4 to 5 footers, really all the way from Boston Harbor out to Nova Scotia by Thursday, and even settling into Friday while high pressure builds in and things quiet down along the coast of Maine. Many of us still a 3 to 5 foot sea because you still have that onshore wind. If you go day by day, it looks like tomorrow it's going to feel very good. It's going to be very good. You've got a nice blend of sun and clouds and temperatures running about 80 degrees or so. We get into Tuesday night and temperatures will be dropping to the 60s. Here comes the beginnings of that cold front. There's one line of thunder that may come at northern New England during Tuesday night. Then we'll develop new ones during the day on Wednesday. And the greatest chance of that is in southern New England. Actually, the greatest chance of that is down in Pennsylvania. So it's possible most of the show ends up being down there with regard to strong thunderstorms. But nonetheless, we do have a chance here. You can see the temperatures on Wednesday kind of reach their peak. And that's also when the humidity reaches its peak. Unless you're in the north country of New England, you already start to see the result of that cold front. We all get that new cool northeast wind that comes in on Thursday. It's going to feel cool. I mean, Boston may not get past 70. Plymouth, same deal with an onshore wind all through the course of the day. Friday, expect to be in the 70s as well. But again, at least we know it's going to be fairly comfortable air. I mentioned that 14-day forecast for you. This is, remember, the overview 14-day for New England, right? And I'll show you how to get the local one for your location in just a second. But you see that real change in air that comes in Thursday. The rebuild of humidity I told you about for the weekend does come with a building chance of showers heading into the weekend, but they'll probably be scattered by the way that it looks right now. Again, Saturday, the more likely day than Sunday. And then next week in the 70s as well. So now we start to look and say, all right, last week we said, well, there's going to be some warmth that comes in next week. And it is. But now you look ahead and say, there's not that same signal that you've got deep 80s returning to the forecast. So certainly the seasons march on. Reminder, you can get the app both on the App Store and Google Play. Just search Noyes 1 degree outside weather, and you'll find all that you need. Hope this helps out. Pattern predictions. Look to the next 2 weeks ahead and why the forecast on that 14-day looks the way it does. Coming up in just a couple of moments.